All right, so welcome to the 724 Mancave podcast. Welcome back. We're back again just from last night. We're here with our co-host, as always, Alec and Sarah and Gizmo. And we're here at Nathan Grimes' Man Cave.
Morning, fellas.
Yeah, this place is incredible.
Nathan, where are we at right now?
You are in the middle of nowhere. This is Shenandoah Valley, real country place. Not much to really see, but mountains.
Yeah, it's beautiful though.
So how'd you become a Steeler fan all the way out here?
Well,
because we're nowhere near Pittsburgh. We're not even near like McDonald's.
It goes all the way back to when I was just a little kid, man. My dad introduced me into football, and then once I laid my eyes on the Steelers, that was it.
Just knew it was the greatest team on the face of this planet.
Oh yeah.
So I guess we can start here. What have you been like any games up in Pittsburgh at all before?
Oh yeah. Not a whole lot. Maybe five games total.
Okay.
What's the most memorable game? Would you say?
Well, I'd have to probably say we were playing the Ravens. I can't exactly remember what date, but I went up with my buddy, and I think we were down by 14 points in the fourth quarter and came back and won.
Okay.
So can't remember what date it was or what game it was off the top of my head, but
who did play that game you said?
The Ravens.
Oh, the Ravens? Okay.
Yeah.
Those are always the best.
Oh, yeah, you know.
Big Ben's comeback special.
Yeah.
And then I kind of
skipped. Was that the divisional game?
Well, yeah, it's always a divisional game.
No, I'm saying like the playoffs, though.
Oh,
that might have been a playoff game.
What do you do down here? Like, what do you do for work all the way out here?
Well, I travel about an hour and a half to Alexandria, near D.C., and I do roofing.
Okay.
So,
are you like in a union for that? Or?
No.
Yeah?
It's me, my old man, and another guy. So.
Well, that's what's up.
Just three of us.
Definitely doing pretty well to have all this dope shit around here.
Well, you know, the opportunities around here aren't very well.
Oh, yeah.
Travel to go get the work.
You got to go places to get the money, you know what I mean? So.
Absolutely.
DC has enough of it, that's for sure.
Yeah. We'll kind of have to show some pictures and videos, but you got like a football field out front. You want to tell us a little bit about the giant football field out front?
Really, it was my son's birthday that made me want to put it out there, and I just put a bunch of PVC together and just made a couple goalposts and painted some lines on the field, and it was a hit for his birthday party that year, and his birthday just passed, and it wasn't as a big of a hit this year, but it's always awesome to have out there. He loves going out there and playing and stuff.
We'll have to go out and throw some.
Yeah. He wants to go out there and do a play out there.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll run a play.
Yeah, we'll definitely do a play. Most certainly we'll do like a flea flicker. Something fun. So in your opinion, what is like your favorite thing you have in here? What's your most prized possession?
Well, you know, I didn't really start out collecting the full-size helmets at first. But once I started collecting those, I kind of like the full-size helmets the most, and you know, of course, the game-used items. Gotta love those.
Can't beat them. Yeah, you got a ton of that in here, and it's like displayed really cool. Like, I've never seen one have like you have like fake hands with the gloves and everything. That's a pretty unique thing. That's really cool.
Items, those are probably valued the most, would you say?
Honestly, it just depends. You'd be surprised. I think the most valuable Steeler items, you'd be surprised, are cards half the time.
Jersey cards, time cards.
Just like regular cards, like you'd be surprised how much more sometimes cards go for than even full-size helmets.
I was pretty surprised by that.
And it's like almost stupid to me. Because there was one picture. Have you ever seen, there was this one picture of Mark Ingram, and he has like 17 jerseys on. And this is their version of player-worn jerseys. They throw the jerseys on for 10 minutes, and then they take them off. And that's a player-worn jersey.
We're selling them.
Like, isn't that just a crock of shit?
Yeah.
Wear this for 10 minutes.
But what would you say your favorite lid is that you got? You got some sweet ones.
I think probably that. I'd say maybe the Jerome Bettis.
Jerome, that's a sick one, like the Bumblebee style.
Yeah.
Oh, that one right there.
You got a nice Willie Parker there with the whole inscription and everything there. You don't see Willie Parker coming around too often anymore.
Yeah, he coaches high school football now, actually.
Really?
Oh, does he?
Willie Parker's a high school football coach in Western PA now, I want to say, or Eastern Ohio, one of the two.
What would you guys say your favorite thing in here is so
The
far?
Sports Illustrated thing across the top, and on the other side,
on the
you
other
can
side
see
of
on our
this.
banner here, dude. That Sports
Yeah, I like that a
Illustrated
lot.
row is just, I can't believe that.
Yeah, those are cool. I want to go with a specific item, but I kind of like the locker.
Yeah,
type
definitely
of
the whole locker
vibe
style
over there
thing
with the
is
shoulder
really
pads
interesting
and everything, and it looks really nice over there. I like that wall.
Yeah, it's pretty unique.
Or the helmet chair.
I like the idea. Yeah, the helmet chair too. We're definitely gonna throw that in here. I've never seen that before.
I'll probably go against the grain here and say, honestly, I like the whole decor of everything.
Yeah.
Like even like from the rugs to the chairs to you have iron beams holding up your mini helmets
that's so
behind
awesome.
the camera. Like I think the whole setup of everything is very
Even this
unique
stuff
and
right
well
above you.
put.
Look
I
straight up.
I try not to clutter it too much.
Oh,
You know
definitely.
what I mean?
No, it's
But-
perfect, dude.
Diamond flooring over here, like you literally can't
right
get.
above you, right
Oh, yeah,
above your
like,
head. Just
look up, like it's all conveniently put. Like I see a lot of man caves where everything's just like shoved together in a corner.
yeah.
And I like that. The more the better, I like to see all sorts of stuff, but I just try not to clutter it too much.
Yeah,
You
dude,
know?
I think you're
So
doing
you can
great.
appreciate things more and
Still
your
got
eyes
room to
weren't
grow.
just...
No, this is the game
You
day
know,
room,
like-
right?
Oh, yeah,
That's
absolutely.
what I thought. for
All
sure.
the games right
You got
there.
some VTech stuff over there of Mike Vick, our boy. We're gonna take some. What you said? You got some game used hokey cleats.
Oh, yep.
Any
sure
hokey
do.
stones laying around?
No.
No, I'm just kidding. That's actually illegal? That's illegal to have hokey stones?
What is a
I'm
hokey
told?
stone?
You might be able to tell us better.
I'm not really sure.
Not sure either. Well, no, I was just
No.
curious. I was told by Tim Kelly that hokey stones are like illegal. You
What
can't
is a
have
hokey
them.
stone?
Beats the shit out of me.
Yeah,
We
well,
don't even look it up on the iPad.
We'll
A
definitely
hokey
look.
stone.
Well, here we can kind of jump into. We already went through what's your best game day memory. Have you met any players yourself? Really? Like, have you gone up to go to any signings?
Yeah, oh, of course.
Yeah? What's your most memorable one?
Well, it's probably my first one. TSC had a signing up there, and
Shout out TSC.
I was in line, and we were waiting for it to start, and somebody had came past me and tapped me on the shoulder. I was walking by, and I was like, "Who's this guy?" And I turned around, it was Heinz Ward.
Oh,
And
wow.
I had his jersey on,
Oh, that's awesome.
and I looked back, and the people behind me were like, "Oh wow," because he came and pat me on the back and
Smiling
stuff like
at
that.
you.
Oh yeah, of course, smiling. So that was probably it because it was my first time.
I've actually never met Heinz yet. That's definitely cool. I hear he's always, well. Actually, I did meet Heinz when I was a kid, but I don't really remember much about it other than he was smiling, shook my hand. But you're always gonna be nice to kids.
Yeah. I always hear he's a nice guy though. Like
Always
I've heard
smiling.
a lot of people. Like I know a couple
But,
people.
But
that
he actually came to a signing here at a place called Winchester, about 45 minutes from here,
Okay.
and it was like a little sports breakfast thing, and afterwards he was signing stuff like that. But man, once they were like, "Okay, we're signing stuff," it was like a madhouse.
Yeah.
People
Just
were
a bum
jumping
rush.
chairs and
Yeah.
like tossing kids, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Sign
and
my
then
baby.
I was like 5 feet away from getting my jersey signed, and then they were like, "That's
Oh.
Cutting it out.
Man,
Yeah,
I would love to
so-
sign your baby.
Did you ever go to training camp
Yeah.
before?
it." I have not been to training camp.
That's
yet.
training camp to a T. Literally, it's a bunch of grown men trying to beat up kids for Big Ben's autograph. Most crazy thing I've ever seen. And we're going to kind of change up our segment. I don't know if you watched last night's at all. We had like the greater than and less than segment where pretty much we're going to go through. I'll start with the first one to kind of give you an idea of what we're going to do.
I'm opting out. All right, you can have a seat here.
I'm saying-
Alright.
No, you're good. We'll just.
I'm saying that Deontay Johnson is going to have, well, I'm not saying, this is the question. Deontay Johnson is going to have 1,000 yards receiving this year. Is he going to have greater than 1,000 yards or less than 1,000 yards?
I'm gonna say less than,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Alec, what do you think?
Do you know why? Why do you think it's gonna be less than
Yeah,
that?
you're right. I'm
I
not sure.
think, well, because Claypool and Juju in there. I'd like to see him have more. I just don't think he'll get more
More
than that.
weapons. lot of
Right,
weapons.
They're gonna spread the ball around a whole lot. I believe.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that one, though. I'd have to say Deontay Johnson definitely going less than on this 1,000 yards because as the Juju takes off this year, Claypool takes the number 2 role. Johnson, and Ebron coming across the middle, too. I don't think Johnson's going to get 1,000 yards. He'll be a good punt returner, though.
Oh, I
He'll
think
be a hell of a special teamer.
Hell yeah. I think he's going to have over 1,000 yards by not very much. I think it's going to be like
1,008 yards.
Yeah, like maybe like 1,060,
Like a
maybe
weird number.
1,100 right on the money. I think he could definitely do it. I think he's going to make a bigger impact than Claypool this year. I think everyone's really high on Claypool, but I think he still has a year of development in him. Next player on the docket, Minka. Everybody loves Minka. I have him down 4 INTs this year. Is he going to have more than 4 or less than 4? Or equal to? You can equal to.
The way he was playing last year, I'm going to say probably more than 4. He's just one heck of a player. So I think he's really going to step up, and he's already changed their defense already. So
instantaneously,
like overnight.
Yep.
Alec, what do you think? Is he going to have 4 INTs?
If he doesn't have 4 INTs, the only reason why is because teams aren't throwing as much on us. That's the only reason that he doesn't have 4 INTs, I feel like.
I'm going to go equal to. I don't think he's going to be a ball hawk. I don't think he's going to have 10 INTs next year, but I think he's definitely going to get some picks. I think they might start picking on some other
he's
guys.
the type of player, he'll put himself in the right position at the right time.
Yeah, it seems like he gets lucky a lot. I'm not saying he just gets lucky. He definitely puts himself in the right position to be near the ball all the time, which that's not being lucky. That's just being a good football player. Yeah. That next one, no one's really talked about him at all, which almost pisses me off. Stephon Tuitt. Everybody, you gotta love Stephon Tuitt. He's an animal. Is he gonna have 7 sacks this year, or is he gonna have greater than or less than 7 sacks?
I think maybe
you can even say
maybe no more than 7.
No more than 7.
I agree.
Yeah.
Right on there.
Right around the area there.
I'd say less than 7. I think he's starting to get hurt too much. I think his play declines a little bit.
He's not going to be.
I think he's declining.
Okay.
I think he's on the decline. I hope not.
I'll just keep going against the grain. I'm just going to keep on rubbing the wood the wrong way. I'm going to go more. I think he's going to have like 9 sacks this year. I think he's going to have more sacks than Hayward.
He had 5, or what was it, 4 sacks last year?
He was starting out great. If
he comes out like he's doing that, if he comes out and he's hurt again, I mean, he could have 1 sack again this year. He could literally just do nothing all year if he gets hurt again.
I just don't know how healthy he is. That's my only
Hopefully you're off like him and Ben. Hopefully they both take some time and rest up, get ready to play. Yeah. Speaking of injuries, Vance McDonald. He's next. He's like the human injury machine. Is he going to have 10 starts this year? Greater than or less than?
10 starts. Considering he's the injury machine, I'm going to say less than. I know nothing about him besides he's the injury machine.
Well, we got Ebron, so...
I take some heat off of him.
Yeah, I mean, let's hope he has 10. I'll say that.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
Pray to God.
I don't think he starts 5.
Ooh.
I hate Vance.
Man. You hate him, man.
I can't stand him. That's a strong word for him, too.
What do you think, T-Dog?
I think he's going to have less than, but I think it's going to be very teeter. I think it's going to be like 9 starts.
Okay.
I think it's going to be like 9 starts maybe. And I think he's just going to be hurt. I think he's going to have like stupid little lingering hamstrings and a pectoral and...
No, he might have more starts, but I don't think he's getting as much play percentage as other tight ends.
I think if he's in, he's going to be our number 1. That's just me, though. It's not that I think Eric's bad, but it's just a matter of knowing the playbook. You're going to put in who you are most comfortable with. That's just me, though.
Yeah.
Now, here's your boy, Juju. Would you say Juju's your favorite current guy right now? I know it's your boys.
Oh, that's definitely my son's. I'm pretty big on Hayden.
Okay, you got more of a level head. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely like Hayden. He's one of my boys.
That's a good call.
Jump man.
Yeah, that definitely on defense. On offense, I got to go with Ben probably. Old faithful there.
Ben's our boy, man.
Old reliable.
Yeah.
I got a whole wall devoted to the guy. I can't disagree with you there. But do you think Juju's going to have 80 catches this year, or greater than, or less than 80 catches this year?
I'll probably say less than.
Less than? Okay.
Yeah.
And why do you think he's going to have less?
I'd like just everybody we got on the offense now with Claypool and all the other wide receivers and the tight ends and stuff. I think we're really going to spread the ball with Ben this year. So
a lot of balls to go around, just not enough to Juju. What do you think, Alex? You think he's going to have
Juju's healthy. I think he get exactly 80 catches. But with everyone playing, if everyone's going to play good, everyone's going to be healthy. I think everyone contributes their fair share. He'll have less than 80. But it's going to be for the better.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean?
I think he can have like a very similar to like his rookie year this year. I'm going to say less than, but by like 5. I think it's going to be like 75 catches. I think he still have 1,000 yards off of 75, and still have a good season. I still think they're going to be.
I don't think his
the ball
touchdown
to him.
numbers get up there this year, though.
Yeah, I think it seems like that pretty common with wide receivers. Like AB didn't have 20 TDs a year, although he caught the ball 180 times every year.
Yeah.
Which that's gonna be fun.
Well, the his last year,
get to our next segment.
Did something ridiculous. He had like 14. Go ahead, next segment.
No, you're totally
carried
fine.
away here.
No, you're totally fine. I'm not gonna go through too many of these because I think our next little segment's gonna be a lot funner. Let's see.
Pick your best one.
I'll pick the best one. Chukwuma Okorafor, one of my favorite linemen we have this year. He's gonna start. Is he gonna start more or less than 8 games this year?
Well, from the past, I'd probably just say less, maybe.
That's fine. That's totally fine. It's just someone to kind of throw in there, kind of nobody that's being talked about right now. That's all. Just kind of throw something out there for everybody. Do you know anything about Chuck's all kind of going into it? Like, it's understandable.
Well, I don't know a whole lot about him. I have met him and got stuff signed from him. I mean,
he always looks pissed off. Every time I've met him, he's always looked pissed.
Another signing.
You got my fucking jersey.
But I mean,
that's fine. Hey,
I always want to see everybody get in there.
There's a big position battle going. You got like Chucks, you got like Matt Filer there, you got like still Zach Banner there, still in the rotation that we just signed Wisniewski. It's kind of like who knows where. Then you got Derwin Gray still there at guard. You never know like where they're going to shift everybody.
Yeah.
What do you think? You think he's going to be a player this year?
Do I think he's going to make the roster?
Or do you think he's going to start 8 games this season?
I don't think he's going to start 8 games.
Okay.
I think it's too much depth of that. I think they're going to have Wisniewski at guard. They're going to have Filer just playing at tackle where he's comfortable at. Now I can see him being a backup or getting into a heavy formation role here on the red zone.
I can see that. Okay.
I can definitely see that happening with him. I hope he pans out, but I just think there's too much depth and they have too much trust in other players at the position right now. And the experience isn't there either yet.
It's tough for me to say. He had a really good game against the Rams. I almost want to say equal too, because I feel like at a certain point, I feel like he's just going to take over that role. I feel like he's going to eventually be our starting tackle.
He's an LSU guy, isn't he?
He's from Western Michigan.
Western Michigan.
Michigan Broncos, an unknown ass school. And then I have a pretty fun one. I think everyone's going to enjoy this one of who wins that matchup. So we all talk about old school, new school. So theoretically, I'll kind of start off the first one and kind of give everyone a feel for what's going to happen. So it's going to be a player versus another player from a different era. So we have Jerome Bettis versus Jack Lambert first. So this scenario would pretty much be you got Jerome Bettis running up a hole.
The bus.
You got the bus versus Jack Lambert running up a hole. Who's going to win that? Is Jerome Bettis going to score a touchdown or is Jack Lambert getting the stop?
Oh, man, the bus, man. He's just a brick wall, man. There was not too many people he didn't run over.
Oh, right? At that size. It's just,
if he's running over Brian Urlacher, he's running through Jack Lambert.
I agree. I think Jack's going to get folded and go have a cigarette right after. I love you, Jack. And then this one's going to be a fun one. Antonio Business is Booming Brown versus Rod Woodson. 1-on-1, who's catching the ball? I'll start it. I'll say Antonio Brown is going to catch that every single time. Hey, what do you think, buddy?
Yeah, I'll probably have to go with Antonio Brown.
He's just kind of like
one of a kind, man.
He's not human.
Right?
He's not human.
I would have bend the speculations a little bit. No, I think AB's trying to run the ball on. Don't get that wrong. But if you would put Mel Blount on there, I would have had second thoughts about it just because of size.
In what rule setting? Like if we're going 1970s,
I'm talking 1970 rules. He's jamming his ass up.
I can see that because he could just knock his ass over.
That's the thing about this. It's hard to do that comparing to old players because like the rules are just so different.
Yeah, I agree. This one should be a fun one. This one is still comparable. We got Mean Joe Green versus Marquise. I'll give you these hands, Pouncey.
Should put Joe Namath on there.
Joe Green.
Joe Green.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think?
Gotta go with him.
Pouncey.
Pouncey?
I like Pouncey.
I think I might go Pouncey here too, but it's kind of like it's really tough. But I'm kind of almost going off of like that era of like these humans just aren't as superior to our humans, but now. But Joe Green, he was still a 290-pound person versus Marquise Pouncey. So you know what? I'm going to go with Nathan. I'm going to say Joe Green's going to beat Marquise Pouncey. I think it's just going to be the battle off the ball, and Marquise Pouncey's been getting a little bit slow. Even if you take Prime. Taking Joe. This one's kind of like a fun one just because they're not talked about often. We got Lamar Woodley versus Big Al. Big Al Villanueva versus Lamar Woodley.
Well, I'm a little biased because my favorite position is linebacker, but in this case, I'm going to go with Big Al.
Big Al.
Okay.
All right.
I almost should have flipped it. It almost should be. I kind of screwed this one up because they would actually never go against each other, I think. Because it would have been.
No, Woodley played the top.
He played the other side. He would have been playing the right tackle. So technically, let's rephrase this question.
No, keep it.
No,
Big
that's
Al.
okay. Yeah,
keep it Big Al.
Let's go, James. No, I was going to say James Harrison versus Big Al. Let's go the true matchup of who would be playing who in this situation. James Harrison versus Big Al.
In that situation, I'm going Harrison.
Harrison?
Yeah.
I
think James Harrison could come off the couch right now and beat Big Al off the edge.
I think just the fact that the Big Al is so tall, I don't think he's going to be able to block James Harrison.
Yeah.
Like Eric Fisher, remember that stuff with Eric Fisher and James Harrison
he kept
all the
ripping
time?
right underneath him.
Eric Fisher was that tackle from the Chiefs. You remember, it's just like every single game, James Harrison was coming in just blowing up the Chiefs every single time. Here, let's see who else we have. This one will be a cool one. We got Juju Smith-Schuster versus Ike Swaggin Taylor. It's a unique matchup.
That's pretty equal.
That's a very even one.
I like that one. That's tough.
Right?
Maybe Juju.
Juju and why?
Well. Man, that's a tough one. I kind of just think they're pretty even, honestly.
That is a hard. That's probably the best one you put up so far.
Yeah,
that's a tough one for me to even explain why. They're pretty close, and So, but I think maybe I'd give Juju the advantage.
Juju the edge.
And don't get me wrong, I give all the credit to Ike Taylor.
You know he's not picking that ball off. It's gonna have to be a bat down.
Yeah,
he's picking it.
I just feel like AC hit you. That felt great. Oh man.
What do you think, Alex? Juju or Ike?
Like I said, I'm agree with Nathan, dude. I don't know why I'm going to pick this one, but I'm just going to say Juju. I don't know why. I just have that feeling that there's a jump ball Ike Taylor can't catch and Juju's going to grab it.
I feel it. I think I'm going to go Ike Taylor a little bit. Ike Taylor shut down some big names before.
He definitely has.
I think Ike Taylor would. I wouldn't say he was going to shut down Juju. I think it's going to be a tight matchup, but I think Ike Taylor's going to come out.
And I like Ike Taylor a lot. A lot of people give him a bunch of crap, but I liked him,
Oh, right, definitely.
He's locked out.
He couldn't catch him. He'd joke about it, but he just,
Oh, you get that pass defended there.
There's nothing wrong with that. Here's a cool one. Here, let me see who we want to do. Okay. Casey Hampton, Big Snack versus Iron Mike Webster. That's a tough one because Mike Webster, he's a little bit smaller for a center considering his era, but Big Snack's huge. But, it's still Iron Mike. It's still big,
That's another good one. That's tough. I might go with Hampton.
Hampton?
That's tough, though. I really don't even know on that one.
I'm actually kind of agreeing with you. I really agree with Big Snack just because I think the size thing, when I played ball, it didn't matter how good that offensive lineman was in front of you. If you had some guy that was 3 times your size, you just couldn't really do much about it. Even though low man wins, but a stalemate is barely a win. That's like kissing your stepsister.
You better hit his hip or something. Yeah, I can agree with that.
Technically, a stalemate does win, but I think if it was a stalemate and it's running up the hole, you may get 3 yards, but I consider that a win on defense.
I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to say Casey Hampton blows up Mike Webster.
Okay, so we all kind of agree to the same thing. I feel bad. Garrett, I hope you're not one. Mike Webster is truly the best center in ever, but I think just era versus era, Casey Hampton beats Mike Webster. And then we'll go with your favorite player for the last one here. Joe Hayden versus Hines Ward. Tough one. It's like physical versus agile, jump man versus stick man.
I can see that one being a close matchup. That's definitely a tight one.
Did you come up with these on the fly?
I did.
Jesus Christ.
I know, right?
I'll give Hines Ward the advantage on that one, though.
Hans,
You know?
You like Hans
it's
over
not,
Joe?
it's not. That's tough. I would like to see that.
I think it would all almost depend on the route. You know what I mean? I think depending on the route, I think Hines
Time
would
of the
win.
game.
Like a slant, I think Hines would win. I think a curl, Hines would win. I think the only routes I think he would lose would be like a streak or like maybe a post. Maybe. But I think
Joe's getting him.
Joe's good.
I think Joe's getting him other than when Hinesworth's blocking him. Hinesworth's going to block the shit out of him.
Oh yeah.
For
True,
sure.
true.
But I think overall, I think Joe Hayden covers him. He covers a lot of people very well. He takes away a side of the field. And plus, he's going to be in zone coverage for the most part anyway. You know what I mean?
True.
So I like Joe Hayden over that. I like Joe Hayden more than
me
that.
and Nate got Hines, you got Joe. And then to kind of wrap up what we got going here, let's kind of talk about what's going on this year a little bit. So Nathan, what has you excited for this season? Anything in particular that any player coming in, anything that's going on that got you really excited for this year?
Well, definitely Big Ben coming back. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, who's not excited about that?
Right. I got a chubby just
People
saying
who are
that.
American.
Love me some Ben.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for this year. Forward to it.
Me too, man. Me too, for sure. What do you think our record's going to be this year? You don't have to go like win-loss, like over. Like usually we all kind of come out, like, even though we may lose like those shitty games, it seems like we always come out with a decent record. But what do you think our overall number might fall to?
Well, I think we definitely get 10 wins this season.
100%.
And I'm hoping for more. And I think we'll get more than that. Maybe 13 wins.
Okay, we're going
13?
13 and 3.
I can take that.
I'm like one less. I think I said 12 and 4 last night.
I'm sticking with 11 and 5 because I know we struggle on the road against shitty teams.
Definitely.
So I'm just going to stick with
I
that
can see
11 and
either
5. I think we definitely get in the playoffs this year, and there's an extra wild card this year too.
True.
So I think we definitely
I think
get
we'll
in.
definitely get in. You plan on coming up to any games this year?
Well, I haven't went to one for maybe a year or two.
Ooh, up.
So I'm due for one.
Definitely.
Come
And-
up to the podcast tailgate. Look,
Yeah, there you go.
Free
There you go.
tailgate
There
every
you go.
game.
Yeah. So hopefully I can make it up this year.
We bomb September 20th. I think I'm doing something huge. It's like my birthday weekend, so I'm sure we'll
Nice.
have something real fun up there.
oh yeah, we'll have a good time.
For those who don't know on the podcast, we have a free tailgate at every single Steeler home game coming up. If the fans are allowed, we'll be outside partying. If we're not allowed, we'll probably still be outside partying.
We will be outside partying.
But we want to thank you for letting us come and view your man cave. And
Yeah,
do a
Nathan, appreciate the
podcast
time
here
too, buddy.
I definitely
at
appreciate
9
it.
a.m.
I'm honored that y'all came here and came to the Mancave.
Hey, man, we wanted to check it out.
Shout out
We
to
drove
Mancave
from
memorabilia.
Man Cave to Man Cave. Just 5-hour drive here.
Quick
from the
5-hour
last-
drive.
From the last Man Cave.
And we dropped you off. We got you a poster here. We dropped
Yeah.
you off a Minka jersey, get you all hooked up a little bit.
Appreciate it.
If anybody else has any other man caves out there you want us to come visit, drop us some pictures.
this in your Man
Yeah,
Cave.
right.
Doesn't want this right here.
A signed picture of all three of us bums. We got a loan consultant, an unemployed couchman, and another loan consultant.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
But we appreciate the love. Stay tuned. We're going to Everett Upshur. You're next, buddy.
Subscribe.
We'll see you Friday at 11. Like and subscribe.
Perfect.